200 episodes, 30,000 downloads, 88,000 views on our YouTube channel. Hi, welcome to a special edition of Daytime Today. I'm James Law Jr., and I want to come on and say thank you. Thank you for making this show a huge hit for us. I did not even realize the numbers until my little ponytail back here. The numbers until I started looking at them. I'm like, what? This show does so well. I can't believe it's just done so well. It's an anniversary of sorts. That's why I'm on here talking about it. So I'm like, you guys, we hit it on anniversary since I've taken over. And it's been incredible. It's been an incredible ride. Our official 5-year anniversary comes up this year too. Later in August, there'll be a 5th anniversary episode. I'll do something big for that. But for right now, I wanted to kind of tell you about how this show even began, where it started, go down memory lane a little bit, as we're saying thank you to you, the listeners or the viewers or both, for making this show again a huge hit. This show is morphed and changed in so many different directions, and you know, it's turned into, from where it began, where it is now with me in charge of it, not just reporting the news. Like, I have after shows for a lot of the soap daytime shows. I'll report the news on those shows. Daytime Today has become a place where we discuss the news. We share it with you where we hear, and we kind of give our opinions. I give my opinion about what I think about it. I bring up topics on the show and situations, ask questions, and it's been a really fun dialogue with you at home on how you feel. And some of the episodes are just, I've just gone, I've done so well. I'm like, okay, so you guys are thinking the same things I'm thinking sometimes. So it's been really fun. But this show, the genesis of the show, and I have to give her all the props for this show and the one that preceded. There was a show preceding this. So it all began over 5 years ago when Tammy Govea and myself were at AfterBuzztv still, and she wanted to start a kind of a soap news uh, show. It was first called Soap News Daily. And it was starring her and Chelsea Overrocker. Now, Chelsea Overrocker was on a show called Dish and Days, which you know is where I'm from and Tammy's from. But she was on that show currently. So they snatched her up and they both created these. You can see them. They're still on AfterBuzz, on the AfterBuzztv Dramas channel. You can see those videos from Flies, 14 of them, only 14 episodes. Because by then the pandemic hit. So the pandemic hit, everything shut down. So then, but later from Soap News Daily, it became Soap News Week. They did it once a week in the evenings. They had a nice little crowd. They were getting started, but it ended. So everybody dissipated, went their own ways. Tammy followed me over here at JLJ Media to do the bold and beautiful mini spotlight and to do some audio dramas like Mistletoe Road and a few others that we were doing. And she said, with Candace Mack, who we know also from other things, I want to start a show. I want to bring that. No, really, I want to bring that Soapopera Weekly show to here, and maybe call Soapopera Weekly. So she asked, and I'm not saying anything out of turn, because she decided to ask, before I even say this. So the shows that I created for AfterBuzztv. I was with them. I didn't fight to keep the names or use them or anything. I was like, I create my own shows. So I did JH Report, Restless Wrap Up, and Bold Breakdown. Those are the shows I created over there for soaps. So when I left, and then also when it shut down, I left the shows with them. And I wasn't even going to do soaps anymore. I was out of the game. I did it for 5 years. I'm good. Then everybody, Frank's like, I want to come. Everybody started coming to me. I said I would start a channel, which I did this month. I started a channel. And then I said, okay, well, I'm not going to bring those over. Those are they kind of go with AfterBuzztv. I want to have my own identity. So that's why I just call them mini spotlights. Jace Mini Spotlight, Warner Mini Spotlight, and Bold Mini Spotlight. So I kept those. Well, so when Tammy wanted to do Soap Opera News or Week, whatever it was, she actually reached out to think it was to Chelsea, I think, if I remember correctly, but she reached out to AfterBuzztv, basically, and Kevin and the girl said, no, I can't have the name. Now, I didn't fight it. I didn't do it. They're doing nothing with it. They didn't use it. They haven't used it since. But I guess they would reserve the right to, if they ever do a channel again, I guess, to use it again. So I can understand that on some level. But at the time, I'll be very honest, I was pissed. I left on good terms at AfterBuzz TV, so I was thinking, well, that's what's going on. I'm starting the channel, and other shows go on with the same name and didn't say anything. But for me, apparently, I was no. So I was like, okay. And I said, that's fine. We don't need the name. Like, we got a couple other names. Like, we don't need the name. And actually, they came up with Daytime Today, which I like better. No shade. I mean, actually, no shade. Some of our news is fine. Some of our daily, it's all fine. But it gets lost, that whole soap opera stuff. Well, with Daytime Today, we can talk about anything on Daytime. It could be talk shows. It doesn't be just soap opera. So it turned out, when you get a no, folks, sometimes it opens up to a bigger yes. It makes something bigger, right? So it just worked out better. So I was like, okay, you keep your little show. They didn't do anything with it. You keep a little name. We got our own name. And so we started with that. And it was Tammy and Candace. And they were almost trying to do a bunch every day. And so we have 200 episodes. It's a lot of work. For what they were trying to do, at segments and what they're trying to do, it's a lot of work. And so at some point, they both bowed out. So I was like, I want to keep it going. I want a daytime show kind of that's out there for daytime. And then I took it over, and I've been doing it ever since. So I just want to say thank you. Again, that's a little history of where the show came from. But 5 years ago in August is when it started. And we're going to continue to do all kinds of stuff for this show. And I like doing the show, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, and there's some weeks I don't really do one. I mean, it's not every single week like it should be. It's whenever something fits my fancy. But I want to thank you guys when you come back, when the show comes on, you watch it or you listen to it. And I'm just amazed. Again, we're heading towards 100,000 viewers. I can't get over that. Yeah, we're over 30,000 downloads. I mean, it's a huge hit show for us. I'm flabbergasted in a great way. So congratulations. Thank you, Tammy, because you were the lead on both these shows. Thank you for bringing the shows. Thank you to Chelsea. Thank you to Candace. Thank you to anyone who's come on Daytime Today. Anybody who's been a guest host or come on as a guest. Thank you so much. I have plans for Daytime Today in 2025. Some newer plans. Keep it going and get it bigger and bigger. So just continue to watch and do this. There's a playlist on here for Daytime Today. You can watch them all the way down and stay tuned. But again, once again, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.